Malicious compliance in a national park. Park rangers are pros at answering questions. And we're usually quite happy to do so, even the ones you hear over and over. Where's the tree that you drive through? What's that sign say on the side of the cliff? Are the ice caves accessible yet? And the one you hear more than all the others combined. Which way are the restrooms? Quote. On the occasions when the questioner has a chip on his shoulder, it's really not worth letting it get to you. Just do your job and move on. There will be someone much nicer to talk to before very long. At least, that's what I always told the eager young rangers I hired and trained over the years. It's good advice and I mostly followed it myself. However, I do remember a gentleman who started to get on my nerves back when I was working at a small eastern park renowned for both its history and its scenery. This fellow wasn't interested in either right then, he just wanted a bite to eat. That's reasonable enough. And I pointed him in the direction of several nearby establishments. The problem arose when he asked which one I thought he should go to. Unfortunately, for a bunch of reasons too complicated to go into here, we were strictly forbidden to recommend one local business over another. I apologized and explained that I couldn't say one way or the other. But that wasn't good enough for our man. He blew his top at me. That's chicken shit. I pay your salary. And so on. You know the drill. I apologized again, then let him rant a bit more. And just as I was about to smile and turn away, he came up with an idea that I'm sure he thought was pretty darn clever. Well, where do you go for lunch? Can you tell me that at least? Or is that something else you have to keep secret? Quote. Thank you, God, I murmured silently. I owe you one. Sure. I can tell you that much, at least I usually go to a place called the Powerhouse. And I can tell you how to get there. He puffed up in triumph as I gave him detailed directions out of town and down a dirt road to the abandoned hydroelectric plant where I liked to park and eat my brown bag lunch. The road's a bit rugged in stretches, but there are some mighty fine views of the river and I hope he enjoyed them. I can't remember the stand-up comedian. I want to say it's Tom Segura, who had a bit talking about tourists asking for recommendations where the bit is basically like, I hate when strangers ask me for recommendations on what to do or food to get. Ya know? I know literally nothing about them. I could say, this Thai place is nice, and they'll be like, I hate every Thai person who's ever lived, and I'll be like, well shit. I didn't know that about you. The second some entitled twat says, I pay your wages, hit them, oh I've been meaning to talk to you about my pay, watch them backtrack like crazy lol. LMAO. I thought you were gonna send him home, but that works too. That was absolutely brilliant. That's chicken shit. I pay your salary. Quote. I used to collect taxes. As a tax collector I was never allowed to reply, well, according to our records you're $44,327.98 behind in paying my salary. I used to work at a hotel in another city. One guest asked for restaurant recommendations and I told him there were several in close proximity to each other nearby. He could choose from various cuisines. He asked me for my personal recommendation and when I told him I didn't live in this city and had never eaten at any of them, he yelled at me, wrong answer. Quote. I said it's the only answer he was getting as my commute didn't allow time for doing restaurant reviews. Boy was he pissed. Would have been hilarious if he was still there when you next took your lunch. Op, your username brings back so many good memories. Miss ya mom. I've had that before and my response was usually just that. Unfortunately, we are unable to make recommendations because it may show favoritism. But they are all really good. And it really depends on what you personally have a hankering for. They are usually pretty reasonable when I phrase it that way. But then there would not have been the opportunity for this amazing malicious compliance. He did ask where you ate on your lunch break. I pay your salary. Rar. Quote. K. Bud. Then feel free to fire me. Middle finger, light skin tone. Reasons I am not in public service. Is he really unable to figure out for himself what he should eat? It's not even a basic adult skill. A child could figure out what that want to eat. Yes, smiling face. Just wanted to say you Rangers are awesome. A few weeks ago a buddy and I did 4 nights in Olympic NP and we visited a ranger station before heading out into the mountains. The guy who we talked to was the most amazing help. He told us so much about the trails and the campsites and helped us update our permit to an even better campsite due to a last-minute cancellation. I feel like he went above and beyond for us. But he probably just felt like he was doing his job. The national parks are the best part of our federal government. Thanks for what you do. I cackled in glee. Well, now I gotta know why you couldn't recommend places. Which way are the restrooms? Right side up and south facing like always. Why do you ask? This is how winning is done. Ha ha ha. Did you spot him when you went on your lunch break? This is exactly the same story someone else posted today. The other time it was supposedly a police officer doing this same routine.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.